And I am so glad that you are here. And
we are here too.
Roger is here too. Okay. So Roger, I am like a super fan of Roger. He is a special effects artist and he's amazing.
Oh my goodness.
Amazing. I met him at a makeup competition and his group was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
I'm absolutely glad that you brought that up because for those folks that are watching, we have two different lives going on at the same time, and we are here with Heather Hayden. And as we just kind of swam back upstream to find out the first time that we connected, it was at the Monster Make-Off.
Yes. Yeah.
And you were competing, and we had a bunch of folks, and it was pretty amazing. You were just like, I just didn't really do it, but you went in and started painting folks. It
was hilarious. I had no idea what I was doing, and I just was doing makeup, basically. I didn't know anything about special effects, prosthetics, nothing. And I just watched the people around me, including you. And it was so inspiring. It was so cool. And it was at the Reformatory, which if nobody's been there, it's awesome.
And it is in Mansfield, Ohio. And if you haven't been there, that's where they shot The Shawshank Redemption.
Yes.
And to visit there is, it's an amazing place.
Did you go there for their haunted house?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a great show.
It was like 45 minutes of, amazing. It was like a movie set. I brought my nieces and nephews, my husband, my kids. Oh my God, it was so ridiculous. It was awesome.
Well, if you were with us last week, and if you're used to watching Heather on her page, and then you probably weren't aware, but if you were watching on the Tuesday at 7 page, we talk about movies. We interviewed Eddie Langiel, and he is coming out with Melon Heads, and it's hitting...
I saw that! I saw that! Who doesn't know the Melon Heads? Oh my gosh! Like, we used to drive around as teenagers, like, looking for the Melon Heads. Like, I don't remember. Where was the city? What was the city that everybody thought the Melon Heads were located?
I don't know, but according to Eddie...
Past Kirtland?
Yes. Some place past Kirtland. And Eddie said it's like not only Ohio, rural Ohio, but it's like regional. It goes up into New York. And
Are you kidding? I always thought it was like a local thing.
Yeah.
Because we're like 1974, remember? 1992, we'll go with that. We used to drive around looking for the Melon Heads.
Well, the Melon Heads are going to make an appearance on Leap Day, which is February 29th.
Oh, that's so cool.
And it's going to be hitting the big screen. And Eddie was the director, and there's a great group of folks. But if folks shared that interview,
the Melon Heads interview, awesome.
Yeah, so if folks shared that Melon Heads interview, then your name is in here because we know if you share, we know your name. We put your name, and we provide an opportunity to win.
Do I get to pick it?
Yeah, and if whoever you choose,
okay.
is going to win a Melon Heads t-shirt.
Ooh, I think I get one. Okay. George.
Tootie. George. Congratulations. We will make sure that we get this information to you. So, George, if you are at the premiere of Melon Heads, that t-shirt will be waiting for you. And if you're not at the premiere, we'll go ahead and mail that out to you as well. So, it was a great interview.
Awesome. Yeah.
Talking about special effects, right?
Yep. And anybody who doesn't know on my page who Tuesdays at 7 is and Roger Miller is, Tuesdays at 7 is for artists of all types. Musicians, makeup artists, traditional artists, I'm assuming performing artists, everything. And he supports and goes out and he interviews and advertises for all art everywhere. And thank you so much. That is his page. So if you're interested in finding out about some of the goings-ons in Cleveland, it's Tuesdays. It's actually twos at 7. That's the page that we're doing this on. So.
Yeah, and we appreciate the shout out there. And a lot of folks are like, I just like to kind of see what's going on. I like to know what's out there. Some folks will say, I'm interested in acting in a film, but how do I get there? Or I'm interested in filmmaking, and I'll carry the boom, or hold a light. Or I'm interested in painting, or singing or whatever.
Lots of cool musicians that you guys have
gosh,
on.
yeah.
Who did you have a couple weeks ago that I was like totally into?
Yeah.
It was, he was doing, I'm going to mind fart
We had
here.
Jim Miller, the Jim Miller band, who did
Yes.
the Beatles and...
Yeah. That was so cool.
Yeah.
I tried to win tickets for that, but that was so cool. You interviewed him. That was really, really cool. Some local musician.
Yeah, and we've got so much talent inside the group, and we invite you guys to join, and certainly the folks that watch know that Tuesday at 7, we've been gathering. So the reason behind, the whole idea behind Tuesday at 7 is that we gather weekly every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
We do it virtually. I mean, listen, there's times we're like, yeah, we're going to go Thursday this week, or we're going to do a Friday or Saturday morning at 2 p.m. or whatever. We absolutely break the rules, but for the most part, we gather every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and we tell stories and we introduce people to some really great artists and creatives and makers and so tonight we're going to invite people to learn a little bit more about Heather.
Oh, that's so
and
cool.
So we met at the Monster Make-Off. That was years ago.
Yeah.
And what caught my eye was, first of all, I mean, it was obvious that you had a natural talent to paint people. But I think it was not long after that we connected on Facebook, and I'm like, she paints other things too.
Yeah.
and so just tell us. I know these folks will know, but share with us here where we're at.
So, where are we?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm going to come around here.
I don't know where we're at. Oh my God, he left me alone. I am one of those people, and I know other artists could probably relate. I can't focus on just one thing. I get bored. So I do a lot of mixed media. I do oil, acrylic. You'll see behind me, this is my personal thing that I did. I do oil, painting, traditional. And then I will do resin. This is all like a resin painting with crystals and earth elements, which I'm very into. This is a mixed media that is actually oil, acrylic, and ink, and then some crushed glass. So I'm just all over the board. I know that artists are supposed to find their voice, and they're supposed to kind of stick with one theme, but I'm really not there yet. So I really can't do that yet. I also love special effects makeup, which I am working really hard to be good at, and face painting and body painting. So it was actually the body painting and the face painting that gave me the confidence to show my other painting. So I know there was somebody who commented on one of the things on your post about one of my makeups that I did. And it was at House of Blues. And
that was Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron, yeah. So I showed up there that night, and I was actually crying in the car because I was embarrassed and I thought my makeup sucked. Don't we all say that about ourselves? And then as soon as I walked in the door, people were coming at me because I had this, skeleton Day of the Dead makeup all over, and, I felt like a celebrity or something. I was just like shocked that people appreciated and liked what I did, and that was really the first time that I felt like, oh, wait a minute, people like what I'm doing. And then I did my husband, I painted him and I painted myself, and the night went on, and we won the contest. And it seems like such a silly thing, but for years, I just kept to myself, and then after that, I was like, oh, I'm legit. Maybe people like my art. So that's when I started, and it was that night. So
I'll tell you what, Steve Sens is on here, and he says, you are there. Your artistic voice already resonates and is recognizable, and that's what he's saying. And so, I mean, I see your style, certainly.
I just feel like I'm all over the place, and I think my husband and my family, they're like, I want to dabble into like a million different things, and it's hard to hone down. Like, I'll do like these cutesy little flowers, and then I want to go do like some wild Halloween, dark, crazy stuff,
Yeah.
So it's just a mixture.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you are a regular on Tuesday at 7, you find out often that an artist will provide a giveaway, and you're providing a giveaway too. And so if you share this interview...
So this is for the Tuesdays at 7 group.
So tell us a little bit about
this is a set of wine glasses these are my like trademark wine glasses. They are made with alcohol ink, acrylic paint, and then coated with art resin, which makes them super shiny and I think makes them stand out from some other glasses. But this set I'm giving away for the Tuesdays at 7 group for sharing the live for sharing the live.
Yeah, so if you share, we know it, and then next week when we meet again, we're going to draw the winner.
Yes,
and if your name is drawn, right?
Just like we did for the melon head thing.
Yeah. So you have the opportunity to win that giveaway, and then for
my page, we're doing these beautiful purple glasses that are purple and copper, and they have, I can't remember, I did them so long ago. I did them a couple months ago, probably after Christmas. We've got some crushed glass and crushed crystal on the bottom, and they're beautiful, gorgeous. I love them. So this is the giveaway for the girls and boys on my page. What you need to do, same thing for Roger, is if you can share the live tonight, that'd be awesome. It just gets me to more people. It gets more people to take a look at my art, or share, one of the posts that I made prior to this, and be here and say hi to me. Okay. So this is the giveaway for me, and then the other giveaway is for Roger's page.
So Heather, you were sharing with me before we actually pressed the live button that this is your time to paint and put things away and grab smalls and large canvases, and the intention is to build enough work to sell during, is it the summer or? Late summer,
early fall.
Okay.
So I was telling Roger that, and you guys all know that I don't do a lot of sales. I don't do live sales. I do some commission work in between. But this is my time that I try to keep to myself and create and come up with some new ideas. And I can't do that when I'm online constantly trying to sell things or show things or make videos. And Facebook and the other social media pages don't really like that. You need to be on there doing. But I just can't do that. So it's not me. Mm-hmm. So I create and I paint and I work to myself. And then come August or so, and my followers know that I start then kind of introducing what I made throughout the year. And everything that I make is completely 100% one of a kind. And I most of the time don't make another one like that. And then I offer it, and people decide if they want to buy it. I found that people enjoy lives. Even though I'm a little bit anxious about lives, people enjoy watching the lives because they can really see what you do. And honestly, I would encourage other artists to do the same thing.
Tell me a few things about your lives, right? Mm-hmm. Because I've sat through, enjoyed several of them. I love the fact that you're engaging with the audience. Mm-hmm. And then there's similar to your life here is you're not only speaking and engaging, but you're also offering. And
absolutely. Yeah. What's the point? What's the point of having a talent or being able to do something if you can't share it with other people? Mm-hmm. And giving away things is, I love that, honestly. And there are some people out there that know this about me. I spent, minus the past 3 years, giving away every single art piece I've ever made. I've done murals, I've done projects, I've done things for kids. Every single thing I've ever made has been given away. Mm-hmm. And as I feel like everybody who wants something cool should get something cool. So it doesn't matter if you've got $1,000 to drop on something. I feel like, hey, you know what? You want that for your kid? I'll do it. I'll show up, I'll drive across town, I'll put a mural on a nursery wall. She thinks she's going to pay me, and nah, that's okay. God bless. I'm grateful for being able to have the talent to paint. And your kid gets to look at it when they're 2 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how I spent like the beginning of everything. Up until about, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago that I started. I'm like, okay, well, I'll start trying to sell some things. And it's gone really well. But then while I'm doing that, I still stick with the stuff that I used to do, which is giving stuff away, and honestly, everybody giving stuff away is awesome because you give something away and it gives you that good karma. It's awesome. It makes you feel good about what you're doing. And then also people have yourself in their home, and then they come back to you.
Yeah.
And that's what I found. Everybody who has something, they're grateful for what they have. They love it. They say, hey, can you do this for me now? Yeah, absolutely. And that's kind of how we deal.
Yeah. So, like, even this mural behind you is quite impressive. That's you're going big here. Do you prefer to go big or do you prefer to paint small?
I like both.
Okay.
Honestly, like this one was just so. This was just for me. And this is one of those things, and I'll show I don't know, I have a video on it. No, trying to reconnect. But this was just me telling myself and showing myself that I can create something from my imagination, not from a reference, on my own, without worrying about if somebody liked it or not. It was just me I had to impress, I guess, and so that's why I did it. And then I'm hoping that I will be teaching some free classes on my page, and that would be a cool backdrop to the,
absolutely
to
would.
the classes. Yeah.
There's some really nice flowers. You want to, what you want to?
I'm big on the flowers.
Yeah, you want to take us there, or where do you want me to?
What do you want me to do? What do you want me to talk about?
Well, I'll tell you what. So mural.
Yes.
Right.
Mural.
We got some smalls behind me. Maybe we'll go there. But you've got some really nice canvases.
Thank you. So I will flip my thing around and I will let Roger do the talking. Hi, Jody. Hi, Dawn. Hi, everybody. I'm not getting a chance to say hi to. Oh my God. Do you know how to flip this around? I don't.
I don't know.
Okay. I don't know.
Is that right there?
Okay, maybe. Moron alert. Okay.
There we go.
All right. Yeah. So this is what we're looking at here.
I'm looking right here at the sunflower.
Yeah. So that's just a sunflower that I did last year. It's alcohol ink and acrylic, and then on top it is oil, and the oil is textured, so it kind of gives it a cool look. I really, really, really don't want anything to just look typical. I want it to look like unique,
Yeah.
So that's something I did. This tree of life, I love this. This is a new piece. So with this one, this is the art resin on a 24-inch wood board. And then I've added various crystals and hand-blown glass. So I get my glass from the Glass Asylum in Chagrin Falls.
Oh, yeah.
They were so wonderful and generous. They gave me an entire box of just glass remnants. And I get the remnant idea from a friend of mine who uses fabric remnants to create. So it's nice to recycle things. They make these big, giant, gorgeous glass pieces, and I take their broken glass, and I recycle it into pieces that I love. And then we've got like some gold leaf on here, some genuine gold leaf, and
some
clear
really
quartz.
nice texture. I know that people can't enjoy it as much here online, but if you were in person, you'd be enjoying it even more.
Yeah, and that's really what I go for when I'm doing stuff, is I want something different. And I personally enjoy collecting from artists who have that like 3D effect, the texture, something just different. that stands out, and also something that kind of is a little powerful, that brings, the artist into your home. So the pieces that I own, I know the artist and I know what they're about, and that's why I purchase what I do personally. But that's kind of that.
Yeah, Karen asks if you have a favorite medium.
I don't. Actually, you know what? Let's be honest. It's body painting. It might not be like my favorite thing. It is my favorite thing. It might not be the thing I'm the best at, but it's the thing that I enjoy the most.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I could turn back time and go to art school for special effects and move and do movie effects, that would be my thing. Yeah. So.
Good question, Karen.
Yeah, that is a good question.
And then I see a good deal of resin.
Yes.
Tell me why resin.
So with the resin, actually it starts here. If you turn around and you go toward the glasses. So when I started out looking and going to art shows and craft shows, I always was looking at cool wine glasses and trying to find cool wine glasses. And I could never quite find what I personally liked. So I decided, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start making these myself. I'm going to make them myself. I'm going to offer these at a price point that somebody could buy them. It's $50, $60 a set. And I can come up with something that everybody might be able to afford. So that's why I started this. Now, the hard thing was coming up with a way to get a really good finish on them, a finish that I liked. So I tried a lot of different things to get the right finish. And art resin, just happened to be the thing that really made the art stand out. So this is Roger.
And that is an absolutely wonderful rendition. Thank you. I mean, that's amazing.
Roger is so cool, and I just think he's the coolest. So I made him a glass of one of his cool costumes, but it just wouldn't be the same if it wasn't coated with that gorgeous art resin that makes everything pop. So that's where it actually started. So I started that, and then I moved into the wood boards, and they caught on.
Yeah.
So that's all I can say is they caught on. People love the boards, they love the colors, they love the crystals, the stones, the earth elements. And honestly, what I put into them is just so much, and I think the people on my page understand and know me and know what I put into my work. And then
and around the holidays, right? I mean, everybody's like, I need a set of wine glasses, or something unique that they're not able to get elsewhere. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, and of course Halloween stuff. Yeah,
Rogers is in his bag, but this is one of my little Halloween doohickeys.
Tell me about that, because you sculpted on top of a mug, right?
On top of a mug.
3 dimensions there.
Yeah, so I've done a couple paintings that I used epoxy sculpt, so it's like resin.
You mind if I pick this up?
Absolutely, yeah. And I'm going to have to take the one out of the bag because that is literally the cutest one. But when you use epoxy, you have to go fast. I know you got a couple of other epoxy artists on the page. Yeah, so with epoxy, you have to move fast, and I use the clay in little pieces, parts, and make my little characters. On mugs, I do Santa Claus and Rudolph, and decided this year to do some Halloween stuff. I love this guy. He's literally my favorite. I think he's my husband's favorite too. Bill, is he your favorite? He is cool. And then everything that you put on there is solid as a rock with the epoxy. I'm probably going to die from using epoxy, but it's solid. It adheres. It's beautiful. I love it. So I've been working a lot with that on mugs and ceramic and glasses, and then also paintings. I just got commissioned to do a dragon with epoxy, and we'll see where that goes.
Now, as you're building your inventory,
Yeah.
right? I know there's gonna be some folks that'll be like, okay, so how do I get my hands on or an opportunity to buy some of that? That's gonna be
Yeah.
that's gonna be later this summer,
Yeah,
right?
you know, the people who know me and know, they just message me. And, you know, like I have quite a few commissions that I work on during this time of year. So that's just quiet. You know, people just message me and say, hey, can you do this or that? And it's always a yes. And they basically just tell me what they want, what their idea is, and then I just go with it. And that's how we work during this time of year.
Okay.
Right now, I'm in between websites, so I don't have a website per se, other than Etsy, which, you know, I don't really use a whole lot of. Most of the time, it's people just contact me directly or direct sales. And honestly, almost all of my sales are on Facebook Lives.
Gotcha.
And through Facebook. So Facebook has done me good. But that's, you know, that's it. As far as
For 2024, later this year,
Yeah.
are there going to be any surprises that we might look forward to? Is it going to be? I know that you really have a passion for that, for great Halloween painting and for that season, and then probably Christmas and other holidays.
Yeah. So, I mean, we missed doing the Grinch this year because I was so busy. But every year I dress up and put a prosthetic on my husband, and we do a fundraiser for a special needs child. And my husband does this whole light show on our house, and we do that. So we're going to do that this year. We just didn't have a chance to do it last year. And then Halloween is always, I'm not sure of the theme yet. I have ideas, but I can't share those ideas. Everybody knows I can't
Everybody
share
knows
them.
you can't share them because
It's top secret, but people drive into our neighborhood to come see because of my husband's light show, and then our little extravaganza we put on. You know, I probably body paint, I don't know, 5 or 6 people every year, and we put on a show.
Oh, nice.
You know,
nice.
so I'm probably like a movie wannabe.
I'll tell you what, I know there's going to be some people who are going to say, oh, we have some filming going on and we need some extra effects artists on their shooting.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I painted some amazing abs on my husband. It looked like he was doing like 20,000 crunches a day.
and I saw, like, it wasn't just you and your husband, right? It's
everybody, yeah.
Everybody, right? And so everybody comes in and you're...
Yeah, all day long.
Is that like painting with a brush or with sponges?
Mostly with a brush. Like my husband, he was like the big show, and so he was airbrushed. But everybody else, I have my 2 nieces who come, my 2 sons, and then myself, and then Bill. I usually start myself early in the morning, and then just work all day long. So Halloween is a big deal around here, trick or treat specifically. Yeah, so that's like fun times. But the other thing is that I'm going to be doing free painting online classes this year.
Oh.
Yeah. So, like, not like I'm an expert or anything, but like I have a little bit to offer, you know? So I'm like, you know, people like have to pay for everything. So I'm thinking, you know, let's just do some stuff together. Like, you know, you want to spend time with someone, let's talk, let's paint, let's create some stuff. And I decided I want to do that this year, so I'm going to do that.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you guys, sharing your live, doing double live. We appreciate you guys joining us as well. Remember, if you share this video, at the very bottom, usually I think it's your left-hand side of the screen, there's a share button. And when you share, we know it. And your name will be put in a drawing. And next week we're going to draw winners of...
These are so cute.
Yeah, those
I'm
are really...
going to send these home with Roger.
Yeah, and if your name is drawn, we'll contact you and let you know that that you've won those glasses, and we'll get those out to you. And then you're giving away a set on your page as well.
Set. And I haven't had a chance to say hi to everybody. Hi, Judy and Patty. Oh my gosh, I love all of you guys. You're awesome. Yeah, so this set is going to be raffled off also.
Well, thank you for sharing your story, your artwork. That is an amazing painting. Thank you so much for the,
You are so welcome.
gift of...
Thank you for having me. I'm just so humbled that you would even ask to come out and interview me.
And we are going to keep an eye on Heather, so when she does have her live, we're going to push it into the Tuesday at 7 community as well, so you guys have a chance to first of all, buy her work, and then second of all, to see how you're engaging an audience with a Facebook Live too.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
And message me with questions if you have questions about how to do that, because it's a thing.
It's a thing. All right. We'll see you guys, and guys, thank you. We'll see you next week.
Thanks. Bye. All right, kids. Thank you. Thank you for joining